Hello, freaky people. At least I hope you're a little freaky. Listen to my fucking weird ass. Welcome to One by One. This is episode. I sound like fucking Bill Cosby saying that word right there. I don't know. Episode number 48. Number 48. We're almost at 50. Holy shit.
So unprofessional. Well, that's my text message.
Sorry about that. It's real though. It's real. It's real fucking unprofessional. Kind of how I was feeling, the exact feeling, unprofessional. This weekend, welcome. This is what happened to me this weekend. It's fucking nuts. For me, anyway. This weekend, Pauly Shore was at the Punchline Philly. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And he was also at Monster Mania Con with a whole bunch of other cool actors and celebrities and stuff. And we got to go see him Friday night, and it was a whole thing. We had this well, I tried to plan out, like, 8 to 10 people were going to come in my group, and, you know, half of them got sick or just didn't feel like coming for some odd reason. And my girlfriend lost her license, so she didn't want to come and not be able to get in. Plus, the baby and her mom were feeling sick, so she felt bad, and I felt bad, but I kind of had to go because I had to, Pauly gave me the ticket. Anyway, so, about half the group went Friday night, and we had a great time. Motherfucking, the end of the show, well, before that, Mike Brooks, you're funny as hell. He emceed that night, and he's hilarious. And Brad Trackman, who opened for Pauly, featured for Pauly, he helped write Anthony Cumia's new book that's out and fucking selling like crazy. He was hilarious as well. But and then Pauly, of course, motherfucker Pauly Shore. But after that, Pauly was about to get off stage, and he like leaned back, and then he was like, "Oh, you ready?" He's like, "All right, you guys ready for more show? I got a surprise guest. One of my friends came in. Fucking Rob Schneider came and did a set, and it was awesome. I taped it, but you ain't gonna hear it from me. But anyway, he's great." And I got to, he left right off the front of the stage after, saying, "Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Billy Zane is in the audience." So he was over there, I guess, because they were all at the Monster Mania Con. So they came out for the night, whatever. So I ran over to Rob as he's walking out, and I tapped him on the shoulder. I felt like a real fucking asshole. I was like, "Hey, man." I was like, "You follow me on Twitter, dude." I was like, I work with fucking Pauly and Joey Diaz and do all this stupid Photoshop shit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, you got a card?" I'm like, "No, but I'll message you on Twitter." He's like, "All right, talk to you later." So I messaged him, and he messaged back pretty quick. So I might start working with Rob Schneider soon. I already made a couple posters and just shared them just because he's gonna be at the La Jolla Comedy Store this weekend. But we'll see what happens. It's fucking sweet. But then we went, Pauly had told me, "Go ahead, bring your girlfriend up Sunday," because she went and got her license, and, everything's cool now. She just, I don't know, misplaced it. Had to get another one. And, so we went, and, it's only $20, so fuck it. So we went in, we saw all the vendors and shit, and bought a couple little baby t-shirts, Monster Squad founding member t-shirt for little man. But we finally went and got in line to talk to Pauly, and there was some interesting people ahead of us. And the lady that was, I'm sorry, I forget what her name was. Cool chick. She, I told her who I was. I was like, I'm here to see Pauly. I was like, I might get a picture, so here, take this. And she's trying to get this lady that was in front of us to like stop hanging on Polly and shit. Cause she walked up and she's like, I am not a fan of the Me Too, or no, I don't believe in the Me Too movement. That was like the first thing she said when she walked up to Polly Shore. The wrong fucking thing to say, dude. But you know, she was trying to get her away from her, so then we kind of walked over and I introduced myself and said, hey, you know me, motherfucker. But actually, he was making fun of me in the fucking in the line. He's like, your hair, because I got one of those man buns that Rogan always fucking jokes about now. And he's like, you look like a rat, man. Why is your girl with a rat? I was like, it's not a rat, man. It's a weasel. At least I tried to do the impression. I don't do it right. But he laughed, and the people around us laughed, so that made me feel better. But still feel like I look like a weasel. Still feel like I look like a weasel. But so then we're sitting there talking and introducing to my girlfriend, and she's freaking out because she loves Pauly Shore, and we're talking, and I feel bad because these people are sitting there right behind us waiting to meet him in line and shit. And he's like, oh, you know, we're talking about the show. I was like, yeah, it was really cool. Like, you know, Rob Schneider came out and did a set with you, and it was fucking awesome. And he's like, oh yeah, did you meet Rob? I was like, yeah, I shook his hand at the show, you know. He's like, oh, come here. And Pauly Shore walked me and my girlfriend behind all the tables where all these celebrities are standing. We walked right past Shannon Elizabeth and Justin Long and got to Rob Schneider, and he fucking just told him who I was, who I worked with, what I did. Like, he gave me an introduction to Rob Schneider. It was awesome. I'm never fucking gonna forget that shit. And still makes me smile. It's cool. Very cool. But I ended up having a fucking... Rob asked me for my card again. I need to get business cards. And I'm a graphic designer, and I don't have my own fucking business cards. But I never thought I would need them. I don't fucking know. So he asked me for one. I'm like, I don't... I'm on Twitter. He's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, just write it down and give it to this nice lady over here. So I go and sit, and Justin Long had like got up and walked away from his table, and I don't know. I'm in Rob Schneider world at this point. I'm not paying attention to shit. And I walk over with like my bags of like baby clothes and chocolate covered Swedish fish, and I lean over and I take Justin Long's sticky notes and his fucking his goddamn, I don't know, it's a Sharpie, but it's like gold. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But so I wrote my contact info on a yellow sticky note in gold fucking Sharpie for Rob Schneider. No wonder he hasn't fucking messaged me back. Oh well. We'll see what happens. But either way, it was great to meet you both, and maybe we shall work together in the future. This episode is brought to you again by my good friend Micah Hatcher and his company over there in MOAB, Utah. Hike MOAB. This place, if you want to go on a motherfucking hike with the motherfucking hike taker with her, Micah Hatcher, just go to moabhiking.com or check out his Instagram, his Periscope, his YouTube, his Twitter. I'm sure he's on Facebook or will be soon. Just look up Hike MOAB. That's all you got to do. You go there, you get 15% off if you enter the code 1x1. It could be cap locks, it could be small letters, it could be a mixture of both. But why the fuck mess around like that? Like, why? It was time for that shit. But yeah, if you want to go out there and and take the hike of your life around the trails that I have to mention this, and I will mention this almost every time. Westworld, Jesus. That's where they filmed this shit, man. It's fucking beautiful out there. Tate Fletcher fucking bashed his skull in somewhere around that areola on that show. So go check them out, man. Hike MOAB. Code 1x1. Maybe you'll find a trail to Baphomet. You never do know. Baphomet. I don't know. Micah was like, I don't care what you do with the ad. Just, mention these things and whatever you want, Go crazy. Mention the trails to Baphomet, like Duncan Trussell or some shit. I don't mind. And that's what's fucking cool about that motherfucker. I can do that kind of stuff. He's my first sponsor, and it's the first sponsor that I would have ever wanted, really, because he's a friend. I know what the deal is. And, you can't get any fucking better than that. I trust him. And if I trust him, and I'm telling you guys to trust him, and you guys trust me, I don't know if you trust me. I don't know if you should trust me. But I'll leave it at that. This episode is pretty fucking cool. I got to record my first... It's not live because I didn't live stream it or anything, but we recorded it together live at Rack's open mic, where Bob Bowling and I, run sound, and I'll post that shit. And he had this artist into his studio, and they recorded a full-length album. She just came out with it like this month or last month. And she came up to open mic. She's been there a bunch, but she came up this particular night, last Tuesday, to record a couple songs. And Bob recorded them live too, and I'm gonna put them here on the episode for you. She's a really super talented girl. Her album is called Girl Almighty. You can find it everywhere that you can find streaming music. iTunes, Spotify, all that jazz. I don't know. I'm getting old. I'm out of date. I don't know what else is up now. Probably stream it on Snapchat or something these days. But you can also find her on social media at Makeout Girl with 2 R's instead of an IR in that girl. Please give it up for the incredibly talented Kennedy Shaw. All right. Cool. We are good.
Sweet.
Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to do this. You just recorded your album with Bob Bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, right?
Second one.
The first one was 2 years ago, right? Just about
just
a little
about,
more.
Yeah, just over 2 years. It was technically an EP, so this is like the first full length.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment. Seriously, like.
Oh, thank you.
I've been recording with Bob here and there. I put out like little things and stuff, but like throughout my whole entire musical career, I haven't put something together that's what's that, 10 songs you just put out, right? Like that's awesome.
Thank you so much.
It's just an accomplishment in itself,
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Don't pay attention. Just checking levels. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. What was it like recording with Bob? Because everybody that I always talk to, it's always cool. But
yeah,
did he help?
Oh yeah, of course. So I'm Pro Tools certified because I went to Charter Tech in Summers Point. Okay. So that helped me a lot with understanding the engineering side of things. So I knew what I wanted going in.
That's
but
good.
yeah, but working with Bob. Also, I always had my parents in the room with me for Makeout Machine, the first thing I recorded.
Yeah.
Because I was like 15 or 16,
yeah.
So like they weren't gonna leave me there. And
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Stay here with this bald bearded guy for a while.
Yeah, but I had to end up driving myself to ATCO once I got my license. So it was just me and Bob, and you would expect it to be kind of weird, but like it wasn't at all. Like he kind of became my music dad, you know, like
yeah, that's what he did kind of to me, music brother. Really.
Yeah. He was like my music dad. Like he would be like, I like your idea, but try this, and like, or like I know exactly what you mean, and then all of a sudden like it would just be the way I wanted it. Like I told him, the song Heavy, I wanted it to sound see-through, and I didn't know how to describe it in any other way, and then he did it, and it sounded transparent completely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's the man with that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that I've like learned in the studio has been from Bob. That's why I started doing this stuff because, with his help and stuff. Like.
Yeah.
I have a lot to thank for him because I wouldn't be doing this. I'd make money now doing this stuff. Like it's fun. Too.
Yeah, an incredibly talented guy.
Yeah, and working with him in the studio is cool because he does give you like the extra little guidance. He doesn't make it sound like, oh, that's a crappy riff you got there.
Yeah.
Why don't you change this? You know?
And he kind of just he gives me free reign a lot. Like I'll tell him like, I'm doing what I want, Bob. This is how I need it.
Yeah.
And this is what I want. And then he's like, all right, well, let's just make it the best then, you know? Like,
exactly.
And it's like a mentality that I've been to other studios, I've seen how other people can work, and not a lot of people are like Bob, you know?
They won't let you, like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, especially that kind of stuff. Like, I've been in studios with a full band, and I give them the song, and they're like, let's make it in this, you know?
And you're like, this doesn't even feel like what I was originally playing.
And then you finish a song in one day, a 10-hour session, and then you never go back to it again.
Yeah, that's,
you know,
I mean, it'd be different if you eventually got a band together to write your music, you know.
And that's what we did for Girl Almighty. It was really cool.
Yeah. He had a couple of guys. I think I knew the drummer. What was the drummer's name?
Anton.
Anton.
From Suburban Sensi.
Yeah. He was, Bob recorded them guys too. I was supposed to do something with them, but he's the man. Like, I remember going there the first time and I didn't know what to expect. You know, like I just knew Bob from doing these open mics in ATCO when Devlin's was there before. And he was a cool dude. But like I didn't know how he was gonna be, like you said, like because I recorded myself like all this time. I never really like went into a studio before him.
Yeah,
actually,
of course.
The music place, you know, in Berlin,
I think
on the 73. They said, I think they might still have a recording studio there, but they had one a while ago, and I went there to record the band, and it was just like,
yeah, yeah, exactly. I've had a few recording experiences. We had studios in my high school, so I recorded myself there.
That's awesome, yeah.
That was really fun. But how much can you do? But when you're sitting by yourself in like a little cubicle and you like just got your Pro Tools certification and you're like, what do I do? You know?
Well, yeah, but you have the experience. Like you play the piano extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
First of all, but how long have you been playing?
I taught myself when I was 7.
You taught yourself when you were 7.
Yeah.
Did you teach yourself how to read music too, or is it just?
I did by ear mostly.
That's how I did. I don't know how to read music.
Yeah, I did by ear, and then I started teaching myself how to read around in 8th grade, and then I went to the Performing Arts High School, and they taught me my jazz standards, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I taught myself by ear. I started learning guitar and using the guitar tablatures and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was like numbers on lines.
Yeah.
And it was easy. So when I went to go like try to teach myself like music theory and like all the, I was like,
I'm not a fan of music theory. Yeah. I can't stand music theory, but
I feel it more than I want to think about it.
Yeah. I really can't stand music theory, but I just really wanted to know. Like I felt like I wasn't a real piano player until I could like have a sheet of music in front of me and play.
You got a point. You got a very valid point because I still don't feel like a real guitar player.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I don't think I'll ever feel like a real piano player, you know, but
what is a real piano player?
Yeah,
you know? Like Beethoven, you have to be deaf, you know. What are some of your influences that got you like first, what made you want to play the piano?
I wanted to play the piano since I can remember. Like, I can't even remember a time when I didn't play piano.
You had like a little keyboard first. I had a Casio back in the day.
Yeah. We had an upright, but my parents got rid of it before I actually played piano. Yeah, I know. If they would have kept it for a few more years. But my influence mostly was Tori Amos, I think. My mom listened to her when she was pregnant with me, and that's the running joke that's why I play piano.
Yeah. I can totally get that.
Yeah, I love her. Oh, I love her. And, you know, Regina Spektor. But those are really the only female piano players that I saw growing up. It was mostly just, like, when I was, like, 9, it was bands like The Fray, and they were, like, piano-based. And, like, I thought that was cool, you know? But, so it was really them.
I'm drinking loneliness from a coffee cup, but when the drink gets cold and my lips get stuck, ooh, I'm the water, babe, set me free. Because I'm big and brave from head to toe, and I'm old enough to know how to carry my weight when I'm traveling alone. But when the Pontiac skies are unamusing, when the psychedelic sorrows fail to move me, oh, I stand still but never coolly. I'm not that cool, babe, but I'm a fire in the dark. I put the light in your spark. You'll never find her heart, This is foolery, yeah. Whoa, this is foolery. No. Was she your demon of deception? Was she your succubus at last, playing a chorus of delusional hymnals with the traditional Christian mass? Now the locals are all gathered to witness make-out machine. I'll be your hometown hero boy with a pen and a set of keys. But when the Pontiac skies are unamusing and the psychedelic solos fail to move me, oh, I stand still and never coolly. You know I'm really not that cool, babe, but I'm a fire in the dark. I put the light in your spark. You'll never find her heart, This is foolery, This is foolery. Maverick jean jacket, my approach is clean. I'm not in the theater, but a drama queen, and my eyes are all blurry from last night's routine. I wake up to go back at you, always on the scene. I've got a Maverick jean jacket, my approach is clean. I'm not in the theater, but a drama queen. I've got a riot girl temper and a real big dream. Wake up to go back at you, always on the scene. Foolery, foolery. Maverick jean jacket, my approach is clean. I'm not into theater, but a drama queen. I'm just trying to get my acne on a magazine. I wake up to go back at you, always on the scene. Foolery, foolery.
I had a Casio when I was like 7, 8.
And they like had a speaker built into it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the keys lit up when you touched it. It was 2 octaves.
Yeah.
And over the course of like 6 months, and I would be playing until like my mom would come in my room to wake me up to go to like 4th grade. and I'd be like asleep at my keyboard, and she'd be like, you can't go to school. Like, when did you sleep? Like, and
your parents, did they play or anything?
No, nobody in my family's musical.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, they're masons. They have a masonry business.
Well.
Yeah, but they were always really supportive. And then like after 6 months of playing on the Casio, seriously, we got my Yamaha, the thing I still use now.
Oh, really? You did the same one since you started playing?
My tried and true.
So how many years is that? Since
a while. I don't even know. How many years since I started playing, or playing that one in specific?
Since you started.
11.
11 years. Yeah, that's like over half your life.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And when I started playing guitar when I was like 14. So by the time I was like 28, I was like, oh shit, I've been playing guitar for half my life.
Did you start with covers, or did you start with writing your own stuff?
Covers. Okay. When I started playing music, I got into grunge music, and the big thing that was on TV was MTV Unplugged and Nirvana.
Yeah.
And that was my shit. I love Nirvana.
Yeah.
So I bought the at the music place in Berlin. If I need a fucking sponsor, what's up? But sorry, I shouldn't curse. They had the tablature book for the whole album of Unplugged. So I bought that, and
that's
Polly
the
was
holy
the first
stuff there. Yeah.
And then I just learned the chords, and with guitar, it's a little different than piano.
Yeah.
Do you play guitar
I play
at all?
guitar too, yeah.
You know, like the power chord thing.
Yeah.
You play that anywhere on the damn thing, and you can play a whole song. And Nirvana songs were basically all power chords.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I still can't do power chords like I wish I could. My fingers just don't have it in them, I think.
Some people just play with like the ring finger and the pointer finger, but I gotta have the...
I do what I can.
Some people spread out these two. I'm like, what are you doing?
I do what I can with guitar, but I know where my strengths are, so I try to stay away.
When I learned guitar, I learned drop D tuning, so you can just play with
I know
one
all
finger.
About drop D.
It's like, yes, that's where I'm at right now. Next guy's up. See, this monitor thing goes off. It's showing that yours is a little hot for some. Oh, mine's a little hot. Bear with us. I think we're good.
Okay. We're trying our best.
It's live, man. We gotta go with it. This is the first time I've ever done this. I've done this like in Bob's studio, at my house and apartment before that, and like it's mobile, obviously. So I've been bringing it to like people's houses if they didn't feel like coming over or whatever. But this is the first time I've ever sat in a public forum and had background noise to worry about.
Yeah.
So, it's fun. But what was so you started playing covers too originally, or you played your own?
I just started playing my own stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I never. How
did you Did you record it like so you could remember it? Or?
I had no iPod. I wasn't allowed to have an iPod when I was a kid.
No.
And I never had a phone.
No tape or.
Nothing. I had nothing.
When I started, I had like a cassette tape recorder.
I didn't have any cassette tapes because those were kind of out by the time I was a kid.
They don't even sell them anymore.
I had a Supergirl CD player, and that
was recording that.
And a radio, and then a desktop downstairs. So that's really all I had technology-wise, ways to listen to music. So I would just sit and make songs and.
Just remember them.
Yeah.
And just play them over and over again.
Yeah, you practice them. Your muscles remember. You write down the lyrics. Yeah.
When I first started, I luckily had the tapes, or else I would have forgot a lot of stuff.
Before I even played piano, though, there's videos of me like when I was like 3 or 4, like listen, this is my song, standing up on a table, you know. Like.
And you didn't even have you're just singing?
Yeah, just singing something about, I don't know, something.
That's funny. My first son was born last year, so he's just starting to talk and stuff. I can't wait to fucking hear him like sing or do anything like that.
Yeah.
But I have played guitar. Whenever I play a guitar in front of him, he's like, and he starts shaking his head and stuff. So I can imagine when he can start talking, we can start singing songs. Right now I play Wheels on the Bus.
Okay.
Constantly. But he loves it though. What else was, you said Tori Amos and Regina Spektor. You said nobody in your family was musically inclined at all?
My uncle plays drums for the Air Force.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's always traveling though, so I never really, we speak like maybe like once a year, we'll visit and hang out as a family, and then he does his thing and goes away. But so there's him. He's incredibly talented.
That's a crazy gig. Like
yeah, I know.
Air Force drummer.
Yeah. And
Sounds like a cool 80s band.
My cousin CJ, we're not super close either, but we look strangely alike, like we could be siblings, and he also had a metal band when he was a teenager. So like it's like kind of like a weird like, are we siblings?
Yeah.
But so that's really it. But it's not like anybody's like a musician as a career or anything like that.
Yeah. Is that what you want to try and go forward with this, right? Like. Yeah,
this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. You went to school, you said, audio school or something?
I went to Performing Arts High School.
Performing Arts High School.
I just graduated, and now I'm going to be going to UArts in Philadelphia.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, cool. And I'm going for music business, entrepreneurship, and technology. But that's kind of a backup plan for me. I just want to go to Philly so I can, get more people listening. And
exactly. I went and visited the Art Institute over in Philly.
Yeah.
The recording section or whatever a couple years ago. I was thinking about going there, but I was like, that's like $100,000. I don't even know what I'm gonna do in this field, so I figured I'll just start doing this stuff.
College is so inaccessible, it really is. People, if I didn't get that scholarship, like there's no way I'd be able to go,
Well, that's great.
Yeah, there's so many people that deserve the college of their dreams that don't get it. I'm just trying to like work my ass off for them, like.
Yeah, because. And some people probably get it and just don't do anything with it afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How's it going, dude? Oh, yeah.
Talk loud.
No, we got the levels. Should be all right. But, what were we just saying? How dare he come over and interrupt us? I just said, how dare you come over and interrupt us?
Get out of here, Bob.
But when did you start? Like, you said you were how old when you started writing songs and writing the lyrics for them?
Writing down lyrics for songs probably by the time I could write.
Really?
That was the first thing I did before I played piano. I was writing songs a cappella.
Wow,
and
that's crazy.
I sang them. I got in trouble a lot in like 3rd and 2nd grade. I would like in the lunchroom we had a stage. It was like a cafeteria / like auditorium, so there was a stage in the cafeteria, and I would run up and like try to like sing my songs, just me. There was nothing else. And my parents got called to the school so many times. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was really.
So you have all of them like lyrics written down still?
Oh
somewhere?
Yeah, I have a journal from like 3rd and 4th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I have something from like I didn't start writing it until I was in like 9th grade. Like, damn. And then I stopped like a couple months later, but I still have it.
Yeah.
It wasn't lyrics though, it was just like a journal thing.
Yeah.
But then I was like, why do I need this? I think about shit way too much in my head. I don't need a journal to remember
all of my diaries ended up being song journals, and like it's funny because when I was younger, I would like, when you extend like a note when you sing, I would like write the line, like how you do it on TV.
Yeah, exactly what I would do. Back when I was in high school, I like learning, but the teachers kind of were like, bleh, like they didn't really get you into it.
Yeah,
so
music teachers?
I just sit there, any teacher.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
But I would sit there and like read the dictionary and try to find cool words to use in songs and stuff. And then when you're writing the lyrics down, like hold the note out if it's like a part where you write.
Yeah, you did a little.
Hell yeah. I do that for the vocals, and then I write the like at least the chord underneath or something over top.
Yeah, I didn't know chords by then, so it was just, but I had all my words and.
That's crazy. I still, like, I have my my grandfather, when he passed away, I got his piano. It's a nice electric piano, and my girlfriend actually got me, like, DVD, like, how to play, like, a whole long thing.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time
to
sit down and do it, and I learned when I was, like, 6 or 7, my grandmother started teaching me a little bit.
Scales and stuff?
Yeah, like the little thing, right? And then you gotta go back and forth, just to practice thing. And then Mary had a little lamb. And then we moved, and she passed away a little after that. And then I started playing guitar, like I started teaching myself.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that you taught yourself, like, and back Was there like YouTube and shit back when you were that learning and shit?
There was YouTube. I mean, I would look up like C scale, watch it, and then I'd pause it and run upstairs and play, and then come back downstairs. I'd say no one touch the desktop for a few hours. Run back and forth, back and forth. My dad would get so annoyed because I would have to run past the TV every time.
Eventually just get you a laptop or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, they did get me a laptop after like 3 years of that.
It's hilarious. That's how everything that I've done with this, and like I do graphic design too, I've learned all on watching YouTube videos, like tutorials.
Thank God for technology. Thank God.
Man. I don't know what I'd do without it, really. And the fact that you can like do shit, you can record whole songs on your phone now. Like, if you have an iPhone, go on GarageBand, and a little piano on there.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, it's not gonna be like Bob Bowen, but
no. But I have recorded. I don't know. You could most likely do it too. If you have a GarageBand, record it, and then you can export that and each individual track, send it over to Bob, and he can open that in Logic. And then you could record over top of that.
I did not know that.
And then get rid of the original. That's what I did with like, the last couple of songs I did. Just because I didn't want to waste his time recording it all the way through when I never recorded it. But I don't know. I know what he's going through, you know. So I figured, fuck it. Let me see if I could do it at home. I made a fake drum track. I didn't get to listen to your new album yet.
Girl Almighty.
Does it have any drums? Oh yeah, it does. Anton's on drums. So it's a full band kind of thing.
Full band. Well, not every song.
Every time you come here, it's just you, which is great in itself.
Thank
but
you.
I've never really seen you with a full band.
It's back and forth. It's like a 50-50. Some with a full band, some just me stripped down.
That's cool.
But I'm planning on getting a band together for my shows coming up.
They were
starting
just
in the fall.
for recording. Basically, just to help you record the album.
Yeah, but then I started hearing it, and I was like, I can do better live. So this fall, I'm getting some girls together. We're gonna be a full girl band.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. How many pieces?
Just a bassist, a drummer, and a girl on synth, and a guitarist.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. And you're gonna like just play out and try to write new shit. And are you gonna try to teach them your whole album that you just recorded?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's all we're going to be playing for a while. I'll pay them for the gigs and stuff. I don't want me to be a band, so they'll just, help me out, and I'll, commission them. And I just want to keep writing the songs by myself. I'm not very good at collaborating.
I understand. It's weird, like, I have written songs with other people before, and you kind of do have to, like, give in and be like, all right, you can write that part of the song.
Yeah, and and also for me, I feel like the songs are like come from like another place, and I'm just like taking them, So like,
how can you take it from someone else?
Yeah.
Or how can they get it from you? You know?
Yeah, it's more of a spiritual thing for me. I mean, it's just something I've done ever since I can,
Yeah.
And when somebody else is there and putting in their 2 cents, I'm like, you don't get what I'm hearing,
Especially when you. Like you did, you learned with not knowing what the keys or notes were. You just felt it,
Yeah.
You were just doing it.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Not a lot of people do that kind of stuff, What's like? Do you have any like goals that you want to get done besides this? The album just came out, but and you're getting a band together.
So right now I'm just promoting. Can I say cuss words, or is that not a?
Have you heard me talk on here?
Yeah. I'm just making sure. I've been promoting the living shit out of this album. I have called 600 people. I have emailed a million, like mass emails. I email 50 people like a week, if not more.
That's cool. Yeah, and you're on social media. I saw your. I'll give it out the end too, but Make Out Girl with 2 R's instead of an IR.
Yeah, but it's in reference to the Riot Girl movement of the 90s.
Yeah.
And so I just really am trying to promote it, and I've been doing pretty good. It was in a newspaper a few days ago. We're getting some magazine features up. This, of course.
This is all right.
And getting whatever I can. I'm really proud of what I made and the message behind it, and I just want it to get what I feel like it deserves,
Yeah, and people, the attention at least,
Yeah.
Like, that's what's so weird about today and putting out music is like people's attention spans are like 20 seconds, and they're like, if I don't like it, then next track or whatever, you know, like.
Yeah.
So, but just to be able to put out, especially a whole album that you did, you want people to receive it in some way, you know.
Yeah.
But there are places that you can send. I'm sure you've already done it, but you can submit it to like different review sites and shit like that.
Yeah, of course. I've sent it to.
You on Reverb Nation?
Yeah.
I've had one on there for a while, but I don't even touch it.
I think the right people will hear it, and if my music isn't for everybody, like, don't get me wrong, I know there's going to be a million people that listen to it and they're like, this isn't good, and that's fine, you know, like, that's fine. I just want the people that can hear it and, like, understand what I felt when I wrote it. Like, I just need those people to get as many people like that as they can to, like, listen. I think that would be really special, and I'm really surprised how good it's done. We're just about to 3,000 downloads.
On iTunes?
On everything combined.
Okay, cool.
But
it's everywhere.
It's
right?
everywhere. It's Spotify, SoundCloud.
That's why I just asked Bob to help me put 2 songs that I recorded out with him. I never did the iTunes thing.
Yeah.
So is it like hard?
The first time it's tricky. There's a lot of stuff you got to sign, a lot of stuff you got to read.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but then after that, you never have to do it again.
It's like the podcast thing. I had to like get it all set up on this one website called Libsyn, and then after that, it's just I go and upload, and bam, it goes everywhere from there.
And I say it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much? What do you? Not to be personal or anything, but how much do you like? What is the ratio for iTunes Music? I've never got to ask anybody.
You
that.
basically get nothing.
Right.
Basically.
What?
The only money I make is from merch sales and from shows I do live.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a 60-30.
I'll get
split or something.
Yeah, but then you get the checks in the mail every 6 months, and it's like $20. Or if you get like, right now I have 87 people that have bought the album on iTunes.
Okay.
Probably closer to like 100 because I haven't checked in a few days. But like say 100 people buy the album, I'll get a check in the mail in a few weeks for like $50.
Yeah, because they're.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but I mean, you can't expect like millions of dollars to come in from iTunes.
No. But the more you keep promoting it, the more it gets heard and possibly bought. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just happy people are listening and that people come out to the shows. Like
I
did not
know how iTunes or the Apple Music works and like Spotify. Like if they stream it, do you get anything?
No.
No? It's just if they purchase it on whatever platform.
And then they do like record it. So like everybody that has streamed it, I know they've streamed it. I can keep track of where they streamed it from.
That's cool.
All my sales, like more like 80% of my sales are in Australia.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Down under. Pretty whack. That's with Libsyn. You can see too how many people are listening, what country they're listening in, and stuff. It's kind of weird, but at least they give you that information because then you could advertise in those places. Because like Facebook and Instagram, you can when you do advertising posts,
pick the location. Yeah.
And you just go right
all
there.
That stuff.
Bam. I did that when I first started my podcast page on Facebook. I advertised it for like $20 for like a week or whatever it was. But my dumbass didn't just specify United States. So like I have like, and I don't care, but they're probably fake followers. But it's a whole bunch of like people from India and like China and stuff. I'm like, what is this? I got like 500, 700 followers on Facebook, but none of them are real, I don't think. But Instagram is where I'm more out there, and Twitter.
Me too.
On Twitter, but Is it the same name on Twitter?
Same handle. I haven't been on Twitter for a while, so I'll let you know. When I get home, I'll like text you or something.
Yeah, because I get I do a lot of stuff with comedians, and their Twitter and Instagram, bam, you know. Facebook they do too, but like.
The only reason I'm on Facebook is because my dad makes me.
You should start a Facebook. You have a Facebook page for your music and your stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you ever do any of the live, Facebook Live videos and stuff? No,
I do Instagram Live videos. Yeah. Everybody that I know that I'm friends with or that listen to my music, I don't want them to know me on Facebook.
That's kind of how I am with the Instagram, because a lot of stuff on my Instagram page is a little rated R, and I barely ever share it onto Facebook.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to hear all the crap that they might say about it.
Yeah.
Because Facebook is just.
Facebook
not
is where
cool anymore.
Facebook is where dreams go to die.
Yeah, it really was. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg, you weird sipper. That guy. He was He was at the White House doing the talk or whatever because Facebook with the Russian thing.
I don't even.
Yeah, I try not to pay attention to it. But there was this compilation video of him sitting there drinking the water. He was like this. Like still looking at the guy. Like
That is so funny.
That was funny. It was hilarious.
That is
You'll watch
so
it later.
One more time, I'll put Age of War up.
No, we're good if you're good. Because I'm gonna put a couple of you're gonna recorder.
I'll record it.
So I'll put a couple of your songs to record, maybe some of them.
Do like a wrap up part. Do your wrap up part. You didn't already do
Sounds
it.
good, brother.
All right, cool.
You got like 5 minutes.
Holler. All right, so one of the last things I wanted to ask you was, anyway, if you could, and this is something I think about all the time with my own music and what I want to do, what would you, if you had one accomplishment that you could complete with your music, what would it be? You know, 'cause some people say world peace or, you know, whatever, but what are you doing it for? You know, what would you want to accomplish?
I want to be able to satisfy myself. I don't think.
Being honest.
Yeah, I love music and I love making other people happy with my music. I didn't think I'd ever be able to make people cry. Like, people have cried at shows and I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
that's crazy. Like, but
that's pretty awesome.
I just want to be able to die knowing that, like, I'm satisfied with what I've done. I don't think I'm ever going to be at the point where I'm happy enough with my music or where I know I'm at my best. Yeah.
So there's always somewhere else to go.
Yeah,
strive to be better.
Yeah, and there's
different.
always, when I listen back to a song, I can say, oh yeah, that song's good, but I could have done this, or, but, you know, and I just want to get to a place where I can write a song or a body of work and say, I'm satisfied. I can step away now.
And leave it.
And I don't think I'm ever going to get there, but if I can do that, then I'll be happy.
That's cool. Yeah, if you do get there, that is definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah. Or if I don't have anything to say, like, every time I write something, I have something else to say afterwards. You know, it's just like it just keeps going, and I'm like, when will I run out of things?
When is it gonna stop? I can't get this shit out of my head. No, like, yeah, it's music is a crazy thing, and I feel like the thing that I give that I would want to contribute is it's kind of like, to me, it's like love, but it's through the ears, you know, and you're kind of like giving it to somebody, whether it's, and love can be happy and sad.
Yeah.
You know, so people might cry, people might be happy when you're singing it, whatever, but once that effect takes place, you know you did your job. You know? And that's pretty cool. Like, no matter what, even if you aren't satisfied with that one whole album, you know, you still at least made that person shed a tear and you didn't even know them, you know?
Yeah, I'm so thankful and happy. Even knowing that this is just a small step in a louder direction, I'm just really happy knowing that at least somebody listened to it, and let alone like 50 people or 100 or whoever. I don't know how many people listen to it, honestly, but it's just crazy. Yeah, I'm so thankful and happy, but I just know I can do better.
Well, that's good, because as long as you have that in your head, you're always going to be good. You know, once you get to a point where you're like, I don't fucking know shit. What the hell? I could just do this in my sleep. Then
it loses
it, and then people stop paying attention, and then you're not real anymore. It doesn't, and you'll notice it too. You'll stop getting those thoughts in your head. You just go dim, go simmer. But it's really cool, man. I really dig what you do, and
Thank you.
I just can't believe you didn't even learn real music first. That's crazy. Like,
so basically this podcast is saying bye girl almighty.
Yes, go bye girl almighty. Yeah, and we're gonna share it too.
Cool.
I try to get it out there. I got a few followers, so we'll see what we can do. But yeah, thank you very much. We'll go and we'll record this set that you're gonna do and put some on here. And if you want, I'll put like a recorded song. Yeah, whatever you feel like doing, I'm down. Cool. All right, cool. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I saw my baby in a fever dream. I'm getting high and timpani. Is it your way of getting on? art school bands are all a scheme, and guitar boy's been testing me. I tell myself I'm not obligated to do any dirty work, but at this point I'm not too sure, and I'm heavy. Am I breaking your levee? Fevered. Honestly, girl, I'm not too sure. What if I don't want to? What if I'm unsure? And I'm like, could we just calm down now? Should ask for more. Heavy. Am I breaking your levee? Fevered. Honestly, girl, I'm not too sure. He wants to make you feel small. He wants to make you feel small. Come on, boy, make me feel small then. Think you can make me feel. Thank you.